This is an astonishing development, just another piece in the puzzle concerning the Nazca lines, especially the ones that look like runways on cut-off mountains. Well, China has now done the same thing. The most extraordinary and modern airport in the world, the cut-off mountain in China, which now houses the newest and most astonishing modern airport in the world. From what they claim, it only cost about $1.3 million. Astonishingly, it looks just like the Nazca lines of Peru, especially the runways. Astonishing similarity. Chinese cut a mountain peak for airport construction, and it reminds us of the ancient Nazca lines of Peru, because it is absolutely similar. This is the cut-off mountain peaks of Nazca, Peru, and you can see this is where the so-called flight lanes are. And nobody knows why they were made, but they can be seen very distinctly from the air. So whoever created them, this is another part of the Nazca, Peru cut-off mountains with the what looks like an airport. Now you'll see what's coming up having to do with what the Chinese did and their new airport construction. You can see astonishing similarities. Now, does this mean that it could be possible that the ancient people of Peru, of Latin America, had air travel and who knows, even space flight, just like their ancient texts tell us? You'll see yesterday I posted a video concerning the ancient Vimana of India. They were supposedly created by back engineering actual prototype UFOs. And then they created the Vimana that took them around the world and also from one planet to the other. So is it possible that the ancients had the knowledge of aircrafts and space flights? Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. The astonishing similarities. So the Chinese cut a mountain peak for airport construction, and it looks just like the Andes from the ancient past, with the Nazca lines showing us what we believe could have been an airport runway. Now, the Chinese workers are not caught with anything, and surely at some point in the future they will be able to transport even whole mountains to achieve any of their goals. This, although it sounds excessive, may one day become a reality, as they already managed to cut the top of a mountain and level it in order to build a new airport. According to Daily Mail, workers in Chongqing have leveled the top of a mountain 5,900 feet above sea level to build Wushan Airport. It cost 1.64 billion won, or $1.4 million. That's pretty cheap. But you know, I guess things are cheap that are constructed by the Chinese because their labor is so cheap. Now, the new airport is planned to have a 2,600 meter long and 45 meter wide runway, while it will also have an apron that could accommodate 5 planes in a row. Now, due to the rocky area, the builders had to use dynamite to blow up the top of the mountain, obviously, and then they began to flatten it. So that's how it was done. Now, the project started 6 years ago, and the airport is expected to be completed by the end of June, according to the Wushan government. So it should be ready, I guess, by now. As told CQ News, Mr. Haobo, Deputy Project Director of Wushan Airport, WUSHAN, Wushan Airport, The construction site is more than 2,000 manufacturers, over 800 machines working simultaneously. Wuhan Airport being built to help divert air traffic from Chongqing Jiambel International Airport, Chongqing's main airport, which handles 39.66 million passengers in 2017. The impressive facility predicts that by this year, the new airport will be able to serve more than 280,000 passengers, 1,200 tons of cargo, as well as 3,333 landing and takeoffs every year. And if all this is impressive, then what about the Nazca flat peaks, the mountain peaks that were leveled to create these Nazca lines that we call ancient runways, which remain a great mystery for decades now? No archaeologist can explain either how, but above all, why the people of that time, about 2,000 years ago plus, or even more, according to other estimates, managed to cut and level these peaks. Why did they create these huge flat corridors? If the Chinese today, with the most modern technology they have, take 6 to 7 years to form the soil and to level it, how much did it take the ancient people of Nazca, Peru? Did they have similar technology and machines? Did they have planes that had to land and take off? And even more paradoxically, similar flattened peaks have been found on Mars because there are no answers, or they may vary. Let everyone draw their own conclusions. Now, the details say that the workers building the airport cranes were operating to erect the terminal, occupying 3,500 square meters, or 37,673 square feet. And it's supposed to be the most spectacular airport in the world, from what they say. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. So it just puts one piece of the puzzle into the Nazca line runway Nazca diagrams. Could it have been the leveling of mountains for a mountaintop airport? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.